Okay, good. YouTube is started. Sorry, you can see Kirby. I have him as my posture buddy right now because I'm Animal Crossing music. Yeah, I need to sit up straight. Also, it's like I'm kind of sleepy still, but also I have a drink. I'm excited to try it. I got this at the grocery store last time we went. Oh, there's a cut on the can. I just realized that was like a cat hair. But it's cute, and I think we mixed it with something last time we had it, but I wasn't the person who drank it. So I wanted to try it on the stream today. I think it's lying a little. It's not like Cherry Blossom, it's kind of just, it's a Shirley Temple. I do like Shirley Temple though. There are worse things to lie about. Also, let me put on captions. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you. Thai tea with cheese mousse for breakfast. What will it do to me? Wait, that sounds really... Actually, that sounds like you may be pooping. Sorry. That sounds like you're about to hit the toilet hard, brother. But, like, that sounds really good. I just think, like, that's a lot of dairy. I don't know how else to say. I think you will be shitting. That's like Forrest last night asked me if I wanted mac and cheese, and I was just like, wait, why wouldn't I want mac and cheese? And he was like, well, on account of the dairy. And I was like, oh, you forget that I don't care. I will do anything. I'll just blow myself up. It's okay. Do you have any tips for more interesting art style studying? I struggle most with the eyes and rendering. I mean, honestly, the best way to find like art styles to study is to collect references of things that you like and then try to see what it is that's common between them. Because I guess here's the thing, right? There's no like interesting art style. Like everybody draws a little bit differently, and also what you think is interesting is going to be different from what I think is interesting. So it would be better for you to find art pieces that you like and then guide your studies that way. What is the @everyone ping on the other page? There's an @everyone ping. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, this. Okay, sorry, I didn't draw that. This is something that happened in real life, that he drew. The egg incident. What happened is there was like a Discord server that we had joined for layouts. They keep doing it. Did you leave? I left because I was like, I can't watch this anymore. I can't watch you do amazing digital circus roleplay. The journal is real. I thought you did it digitally. Oh, I do. I mean, we do a mix. Sometimes, like, I don't know how to be like, the journal that you guys see posted is not like all that exists. Like the strips that get shared online are just ones that we think will be helpful to other people. But there's like a whole under iceberg of things that are just like things that happened. The @everyone ping too. Yeah, it was an @everyone ping. It was so bad. But all that to say, no, yeah, it's like, it's a mix of things. Like we do digital and traditional, and I don't even check it sometimes. I just click on it by accident, and it's like, who wants to see my butt? And I'm like, okay. Why are you still in there? Is it just because of the layouts? Like the amazing digital circus roleplay too, that was also real. Yes. It went from the ping that I like that has been written down to like them being like they don't know about our Jackson Pomney altars, and then they start like role playing the amazing digital circus. It was a lot. You literally know I'll buy into anything with Cinreal on it. I understand. Did the server even have anything to do with that? No, not at all. So do you think you'd ever do a sketchbook tour video? I don't know. People have asked for it before. It seems like it could be kind of fun. I don't know if I've ever shown off like my stack of sketchbooks before. Hold on. I'm gonna like hide Critter for just a second. I really do need to make that substitute doll. Hold on, so that you guys don't get attachment anxiety. Here. Not gone. Still here, just turned into the real world. I'm so excited. How have they not been kicked out? They're the mods. That's how. That's the thing. It's the mods of the server itself. Peepee here. Wait, is that like your way of saying... is Peepee non-binary parent? When did that happen? When did that evolve? This is new to me. I need to see the stream. I just gotta welcome in. Hello. You are like Peepee. Okay. It's not like an official push either, guys. It's like a thing I own. I'm sorry to disappoint. Guys, can you tell that I was the one that decorated this journal? This was like my sketchbook. This was back when I was host, and I think the comparison of this one to then the year that I wasn't here, this is really funny. Sorry. Yes, but it's beautiful, and it's also like falling apart. Night and day, literally, it is. So, all this to say, I don't want to crush this. The story keeps getting worse. The thing is, they're not doing anything wrong. It's their server. It's just like, it's a layout server. So then when all of a sudden, there was suddenly Amazing Digital Circus roleplay and Who Wanna See My Ass, I was just like, oh, I didn't know it was that kind of server. So I did leave swiftly. My sketchbooks. So when you say like do a sketchbook tour, I'm just kind of sitting here like, well, I have a lot. I've been keeping sketchbooks in the same kind of like size of book for a few years now, which I actually think it's really sweet that they like kept up the tradition. I love your art. Thank you. Hold on, let me I can show off the decorations on the outside too, cuz I think yeah, they didn't decorate these two. So, I was here for this one. They didn't decorate either of these two because I wasn't here. And then this is when Yellow took over, and this is just, like, this is the only thing that's on this book, is just the sticker that's Morrison. And then after that, they have this one, which I think this one's pretty cute, although I wish the book was a different color. And then after that, they have this one, which I approve of this one. I think this one's very cute. Oof, God, they're heavy. And then this is our last one that we just finished. They kind of, everybody... Marking these sketchbooks with tape is so smart. It's because the spines fell off, so we had to make a new spine with tape so that we had something to write on. Like, that's how beat up these end up getting. The thing is with bound sketchbooks is that they should last longer, and most of the time they do, but then if you use them the way that we do, they get beat up really bad, so unfortunately. Does anyone have any advice for anti-perfectionism when it comes with sketchbooks? I do. Let me show you my sketchbooks. Let me show you what this is what my sketchbook looks like. That's not perfect. That's not even finished. I thought that was ugly and I went, done. I don't want to do that one. So then I did that one instead. The advice that I have is that you own the book already. Don't you want to fill it? Don't you want to put a whole bunch of cool drawings in it and do art? Your sketchbook is your space to learn, and if you don't give yourself a space to learn, how are you ever going to learn anything? Right? Like, you have to have a space where you can do stuff kind of ugly before you can do it good. And I think that, for me, at the very least, sketchbooks are the place that you can go kind of crazy and do all sorts of, like, stuff. And a sketchbook is not a portfolio. Exactly. A sketchbook is a sketchbook. It's for sketches. It's for things that are kind of ugly. Ow, I think I just gave myself a paper cut. On purpose. Hold on. And I even have, like, more examples of pages. Like, be ugly on them. It's good. It's fun. It's good for you. Actually, you can even see in this. This is how old the sketchbook is, too. These were the thumbnails for the Pokemon trading card contest submissions that we did. So, like, part of the problem with perfectionism is it means that you don't finish sketchbooks. as quickly as you could if you were just putting whatever in them. Dude, look like your girlfriend is frying me. It's the Silent Hill thing that Maria says. I can't remember who. More. No, my late wife. I think it's. What's funny is that Forrest is not James-like at all. Well, I guess that he's James-like in the sense that he's a little autistic. Like James is. Forrest is very autistic. He just is. I miss James. I want to hurt him. I understand you. I do understand you. I like him. It's funny because I like him, but I also kind of hate him. He fascinates. He's like a bug. Like, I want to put him in a jar. The cuddling sketch was super cute. Thank you. Forrest is like good ending James. Like, I love my wife and I'm not evil. Shake his ass up like a daiquiri. I've also kept 2 sketchbooks before at a time, one for being performative and for showing friends, plus bringing one out with me that's ugly. Not Team Rocket James from Silent Hill. Also, I realized I should put the ref for the character I want to do up on screen so it's a little easier to see. I have... This is so sweet. You're one of my favorite artists, so hearing the genuine advice, I'll try to keep that in mind when I have another go at my sketchbook. Of course. Like, really, really importantly, you have to, if it helps thinking about it, a sketchbook is just a drawing diary. Like, you don't have to have it to show anyone, and if you do want to show people your art, you can always just take pictures of pages that you like. You don't have to. Why are you huge? Why are you huge? You're giant. You're so big. Get smaller, please. I just got so scared. There we go. I can have it like this. It's like covering like half the page, but I don't care. I need to be able to see it. I designed that guy. I know. I actually saw you were the designer when I was looking at this character, and I was just like, no way, Oomphy? Wait, okay, I have to ask a question. You can draw your own characters for ARTFIGHT, right? Like, you can draw an attack... Because, like, the permissions of this character say it's okay to draw them with other characters, and I actually had a really cute piece idea that I thought would be fun to do. But I also want to make sure I'm not, like, breaking the rules. So, okay, you can. There's a lot of characters that I have saved that are, like, plushies, and I thought it could be kind of cute to do, like, a grain machine piece. As long as it's intended as a GIF. Okay. Because, like, my thought is I could have my... Because, like, I have so many characters saved that, are plushies, so I thought it'd be cute to have like a crane machine piece where like the machine is filled with other people's guys. I was seeing the character interactions so much. I think they're fun too, and please claim them in points thing as well. I don't think it counts for points. Oh, people are saying that it does. Oh, also I use they them pronouns. Hold on. I love that it's like kind of egg-shaped too. What if you were a fat dog? Actually, I kind of want to have the head in the front though, because I want to be able to see the character's face. I've seen this done a lot before. You just have to draw another character as well. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to just be able to draw your own characters for ARTFIGHT. That seems kind of silly. And like nobody else, but that's good to know. Thank you. What a beautiful world that could be. It's not even my fat dog this time, but I do love a fat dog. It's so cute. I think this is because I like Care Bears, so if there's a character that's like round, I'm just immediately like attached to them. I do like the pose, but I think I would want this to be like more centered. So I'm gonna like leave that there. I wish I had an eraser. Oh, I do right here. Whoops. Join stream to see my own character being drawn. This is such a wonderful surprise. Wait, really? Welcome in. Hello. Also, you can count it in character as long as it's not only your characters because it needs to be a gift. Okay, this makes complete sense. I have a few different guys that I am intending to do. The other thing that I thought could be kind of cute is that I could do a separate sheet just of the designs of like the plushies. So that everybody gets like individual art of their guys themselves. It'll be like a little bit more of an involved attack, but I guess it'll also be more point heavy because it's drawing multiple characters. Because because I have this one, and then there's another Angel Bunny character I have saved. And I kind of want to make Smunker a plush, but I don't know. I think that it would fit really well. Like, I think he would fit really well with the rest of the piece. Also, that's Oomphy. Making my own watercolor palette because I'm free? Wait, that's awesome. I seriously love the bell ringing emote. It's so cute. I'm celebrating. It's one of my favorites. It's so joyful. Alright, so... I mean, I also kind of want to do something that's a little more, like, perspective interesting, I guess. So I could have the pile like this, and then the character like this, with the claw, and then maybe me here, so, like, it's less focus on me and it's more on the characters. And then I can have, like, the guys. Okay, wait, this is... I'm cooking. I'm doing it. Maybe I'll do it, like, as a lateral piece, because then I could fit more of them in. Shay mentioned I love Shay's art. Also, the character is so cute. Thank you. Bless you, Harbor. I have coffee, too. I live next to a fire station and it's nice, but then sometimes like today, I randomly hear all the sirens and fire trucks wailing like a chorus. Buddy playing claw, what will they get? You have no idea. I love claw machines so much, and like I think it's only me and another guy that are like good at them, which is really funny in retrospect. Because other parts will be like, Forrest, can you get us this thing? And he's like, you are good at these, I thought. And then they're like, no. Someone else, not me. Yeah, I think this will look much better as like a lateral piece. So something more like that. Also, hello, welcome in, Jackson. This character's cute, thank you. I used to have an obsession with claw machines to the point where I legit go broke playing them. I have like a limit, like I set out and I'm gonna be like, this is how much I'm gonna spend. I commissioned 3 chibis from Shea, 2 of 3 being character comms. We've gotten 2 chibis from Shea before, and I really want to get my own guy. Guess what? Chicken butt? That's beautiful. It's been years since someone has done that to me. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. But do you mind sharing what pencil lead you use? Not at all. Let me get a thing of it, actually. Hold on. I gotta, like... No... The 2%. Also, what Animal Crossing playlist is this? I can also grab a link for that. And then I saw someone ask for... Skunks. Bro, I feel like a rat. I'm, like, digging. Where is the pencil lead? No, I'm not gone. Look, I'm here. Don't be sad. I feel like you're like babies and I'm like rattling a plushie in your face every time I have to hide. No object permanence. It's like toys. Oh my god, my drawer is so full. What happened? Okay, I guess I got things. Cool. But also, why did you do this? Why is it like this? I think, when someone passed away, I inherited things, so there's a lot of things in my drawer right now. Good lord. Hello? Oh, it's literally right in front of me. I'm dumb. Anyway, this is the lead that I use. The shuffling and rattling noises are really funny. This is the lead that I use. It makes your lead, it's like a colored erasable lead. You don't need a specific pencil for it. I use a Tombow pencil because they have like a nice feel. And also, like, I just like the colors. But uni pencil lead is look really good. So I have that same thing but blue. Like the same, well, I was gonna say you can get a rainbow pack of these. Like they have big packs with multiple colors. So hold on, I'm coming back. I like how I was gonna be like, I'm gonna thumbnail multiple things, but then all of the characters I wanted to draw, I just ended up putting in the same piece, which is kind of beautiful. True and beautiful. I've got mint lead. I think we also have that. Where did I put the paper? Hell. Why do I keep disappearing things? It's the work in progress. I guess I need new paper. Okay. For all the people that can't see the brand, it's Uni Neo Diet. Wait, here. I can move it back. Oof. This is really heavy. I have like really big pieces of paper. Like, so there's like, there's this size, right? And then I also have, I don't even know if I can dig these out. I have a few sheets of this size. I don't even know what I'm gonna use it for. Shutting it up in 4-leaf island, what's happening? Wait, we're distracted, what happened? Did you make Critter Plush yourself or is it a commission? It's a commission. Also, is 0.5 your favorite lead size? It is, because I feel like if it's any bigger than that, the sketch is kind of too, like, chunky, I guess. And I don't get as much detail in as I like to get in. I just realized the thing around the hands is the Tama's charm thing. Yeah, it is. It's like the little, it's the little ball chain to keep a keychain on. Okay. Good lord. It only took me, like, moving around a whole bunch to get a paper output. Rainbow Pack wasn't too bad to buy considering how much lead comes with it. Oh, it's super cheap. It was only, like, $9 for, like, a bunch of lead. Extremely excited to hit up Buc-ee's today. Shaking right now. That's so beautiful. What are you going to get from Buc-ee's? I've never been. I don't know anything about Buc-ee's. Okay, the scary part is trying to get everything laid out, but I guess if I do like general shapes to start, I can start really light. I also don't know what medium I'm going to use for this. I had considered doing alcohol marker, which does mean that I need to sketch a little lighter than I would usually, but I could also do acrylic. What medium are you thinking of using today? It's really funny that you ask, because I don't know. I'm still not sure, personally. I just want to do something kind of new, and I've done acrylic before, but I've not done acrylic for, like, a big piece. I've only done, like, the biggest piece I've ever done was the one of my first one at the beach. But other than that, I've only done, like, badges and, like, little chibis and stuff with it. Does anyone know any stationery stores besides Daiso? I mean, if you're looking for online, Jet Pens is really good. Jet Pens has a lot of washi tape and stuff. Also, I did see someone ask what playlist this is. Let me grab you the Animal Crossing playlist. I forgot to send it earlier. Here you go. And here you go. And also, Jet Pens mentioned me Lucky Jet Pens does a backflip in the water. I have so many Jet Pens washi tapes, it's kind of, like, insane. I haven't journaled in too long, too, which is the sad part, because, like, I should. Also, let me grab the link to the character. Sorry for seeing my mouse fly everywhere. We're teching Gacha right now. I have Undertale washi tape. I didn't know they made such a thing. That is beautiful. Okay, wait. There's that. And let me get that to the YouTube chat, too. It's an official stationery set. I didn't know they made one. And that's to the YouTube, which I will also pin just so that people don't lose it. I didn't know they had an official one. I did know that they made... I didn't know that they made stationery generally. Okay, cool, it's not frozen. This is gonna be really fun, actually. I've never drawn a crane machine, with the exception of, like, doing it for, our webcomic. But I think the idea of, like, putting people's guys in as plushies is really funny. I'm also gonna have it being grabbed by the tail, because I think that's really cute. She thinks I'm going to empty my wallet. I understand. Stationery stores are like the devil for my wallet. That's part of the reason why I'm like, I have to use some more... I have to use some more of the stuff that we already have before I can get any more. It's okay though, because we're about to go to the beach, and the beach has a soap store, and we're currently all out of soap bars except for like the 2 that we're using. So I have something else that I can get as a trinket purchase. So your favorite Vocaloid synth? I really want to get around. Oh, see, I feel bad. Miku is my favorite. I'm kind of basic. I know that Yellow really loves Gumi. And other than that, I think everyone... I don't think many other parts listen to Vocaloid. But I'm basic. I like Miku. I do also like Luca, but like I think Miku's probably my favorite. Oomph made a piece with all my characters in a crane game. It made me so happy. I meant to comment on the one that you did, Izu, of the carousel. I think that one was really, really cute. I saw it, but I'm like trying to hold myself to not commenting on things out of order. But you must know that as soon as that notification came in, I like sent it to our friends. I was like, look how cute this is. It was appreciated. It will be vocally so soon. And if I have this like coming up this way, that'll look right. Okay. Although my only thought is like maybe it could be bigger. Gillo looks Gumi. Looks it like a no way. I was gonna say it's like... It's kind of obvious, but it's funny. Hold on. I need to like... The thing is, it's too focused like up at this top half of the paper, and you can't like adjust... I guess I could just cut this off and then have it be kind of like a funny shape. Maybe that would help with the cropping a little bit. But no, the focus is still too small. Oh, I like Jamie Page. I love Jamie Page's Vocaloid music. Actually, Jamie Page made me listen to Taito, which I'm like... I've never heard Taito songs before that like stuck with me, so I was like, that's an impressive feat. And she's not even a bad synth. I just think that like she goes really underused. Hey, I know this guy. Okay, I'm glad that other people know the character I'm attacking. Like I said, I try to go for minnows or like people in the community. It's not always. Sometimes I just go after people. I'm like, you have a cool character. I like your guy. But I try to like do people that... Second person I know to say it, Taito. Well, so that's part of like where the joke about like her little twin tails being potato chips is from, but also because in Japanese the letter T-E is pronounced Te. So her name is not Tito, which is like a lot of people will say it like that. Unless like Canada needs to stop smoking cigarettes. Help, because of the fires. It's like teto? Oh, like a softer E? I think that might just be my accent. I was gonna say, I have tried, but I do say teto, but just because of, like... I don't know if I... Like, teto? I'm trying to think about... Like, okay, when people say, like, say a softer E, they usually use egg as an example, but I also kind of say it as like egg. Like, I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I had eggs today. Yeah, like, I do kind of say egg. I had eggs today. I've never heard someone say Tito. I have heard someone say Tito before. Example? Tato. Oh, it's so bad. I don't know. You're having me like doubt myself now. Uncle? Uncle is like, there's no E in uncle. I mean, there's an E at the end, but there's no like soft E sound. Accent moments. It's okay. Forrest said the word lion, like line, the other day, and I was like, oh god, we gotta get out of here. Line, like saying, instead of saying lion, he said lion, and I'm like, oh no, it's happening. The Lion King. My favorite animal, the lion. The majestic lion. This is really good. See, the thing is, there was that, and then we heard someone pronounce the color red like ret, and I was like, oh no, oh no. We're not even in the South, we're just in Appalachia. My stepdad pronounces water as water. I understand that one. I understand that one. You're just describing my accent. I'm crying. It's okay. It's okay. Clifford the big red dog. I don't know why it got me. The big red dog. English isn't my first language, so this is very funny to me. Did anyone hear a singular heavenly note? Sorry, that was the bus outside. It's okay to change. And are you telling me that so that I stop speaking with an accent, or are you saying that it's okay to develop an accent? Also, I'm gonna put the character like here because I think that makes for a more interesting composition. And it also breaks up the line. And then I can have the little feet coming out the back. Do you use a regular Tombow pencil or one that's meant to have a grip? This one. This one. I don't know. Whatever one was at the store when I went. Breaks up the lion emoji. Okay, that was really good. The grip one has a squishier grip. Okay, this is just plastic then, to answer your question. It is not the one with the grip. Guys, I'm scared. I have a toothache. I really hope I don't have a cavity. I'm like kind of like, I do need to go to the dentist, but I'm also just like, can't stop thinking about how that one actress says penwings instead of penguins. It's probably okay, but 2000 anxiety OCD explosion. See, here's the thing. The reason that I know that it's happening, if you're like, gone. No. We don't need to acknowledge his name. It's okay. He can just be no one. He could be unnamed actor. I have a cold sore in like the back of my mouth, which happens. And yeah, I floss. I've been flossing and I've been using mouthwash and brushing my teeth. I just have a cold sore right by my tooth, and it's like on my gum, which is probably why I have a toothache. But also I'm scared. I'm like, what if it's not just that though? What if I'm in danger?
It also sucks because it's like right by my tongue. So like anytime I talk, it kind of hurts. But I'm also like, I gotta talk. That's my job. I'm just hoping it goes away soon. I've been brushing and flossing and using mouthwash, like I said, though. I love the playlist, by the way. Is there a link to it? Yeah, let me grab it. I sent it a little earlier, but that was a bit ago. This is to Mimi and Fuzz. I like your username. I know like 4 actors. No, it's okay. He's not even really worth knowing either. When did you last see a dentist? It's been a while. It's been a few years. It's been a few years because our old dentist was before we moved. And we have not found a new one because there was definitely a bit of time I didn't have healthcare. And I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'm playing doctor. Is it a cold sore or an ulcer? Is there a difference? I don't know what the difference is. I grew up calling them cold sores, but I also don't know if they're, like, anything different. Thog don't know. Warm salt water every couple hours will do wonders. I don't know. I don't know as a dental assistant. Hope that helps. Wait, actually, that's really helpful. Thank you. I have heard that would work, but I didn't even think about doing that. Usually I just chew a Tums, because someone told me that Tums soothes sores in your mouth the same way it does with your stomach. Maybe it's a canker sore? I've never heard of cold sores in mouths. Yeah, I've never got one on the outside of my mouth before. It's always been on the inside. Whoa, mama, it's been a few years. I'm sorry. Gets crucified. I want to go, but I didn't have the ability to. I thought cold sores were on lip because my mom and brother got them a lot. I think that sounds right. That might be it, actually. I don't know why I grew up calling them. Well, okay, I guess the other thing is that I learned this from my dad, and my dad would call everything the wrong name, and then anytime someone corrected him, he would use it more. So, understand that if I ever call something the wrong thing, it's probably because there was a grown man telling me, like, no, never back down. Never let them tell you what's... Also, did you see my attack of your adorable hubby? I haven't yet, but I've been going through, guys. I'm still only on July 1st. I've been commenting every day, and I'm still only July 1st. I am almost done July 1st's worth of attacks, though. The most petty Irishman. He loves spreading misinformation and telling lies for fun. And, like, to be fair, it is really funny, but, like, also, it made me... You've been getting straight jumped. It's like, the most loving form of attack possible. I have a canker sore right now, and I don't even know why. I'm not sick or anything. I don't think. Like, I've had it for a few days, and I don't have a fever, I'm not stuffy, I'm not, like, coughing or anything. I'm tired, but, like, I'm tired because I'm not sleeping well because the heat's really bad. Like, we've been up to, midnight the last few days, specifically because the heat's been so bad it's been impossible to fall asleep, so I've just been drawing instead. But usually I only get these when I get sick, so I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. Do you bite your cheeks a lot? Yes. Why? Perhaps. Is that really all it takes? You're kidding. You're kidding? It's like a nervous tick of mine, because, like, I had to stop biting my nails when I was younger, because my mom would, like, slap my hands if I did it. So I started chewing my face instead. The chewer... Is that seriously all? And if I stop doing it, will I stop getting them? No more! I'm tired. I hate them too. I can't believe I've been doing it to myself this entire time. You probably don't have enough iron in your diet. Thankfully, that has... You know what's funny is, too, I've stopped getting them as much ever since I wasn't host. Because the other guys eat meat. But we do thankfully get a good deal of iron in our diet now. No thanks to me, but, like, it's at least there. Get this one some jewelry. The problem is I chewed jewelry until it fell apart. Like, I don't think you guys get it. I mean, I could get more, but it was also kind of, like, I was chewing it until it fell apart because I was irritated that it wasn't coming apart. I need like a rabbit, like chew, like those logs they give rodents. We proceed you're trying, thank you. One of my Mies just went, do you feel like talking about religion? Dude, they're becoming self-aware. Why'd I think of that rabbit candy? I have actually eaten... Well, okay, so if you're talking about the White Rabbit taffy candy, I have eaten that. I do like the White Rabbit taffy candy. But if you're talking about, like, treats for rabbits, I have also eaten those. Because hamsters also like them, so I got them for my hamster when I was younger. And, you know, they looked like they really enjoyed it, so I was like, I mean, I wonder what these taste like. They smell really good. And then I ate a whole bag of rabbit treats on the floor of my bedroom. Listen. They were good too. The problem is I would actually probably do it again. Yeah, they were. They tasted like little yogurt strawberry bites. And they were kind of like marshmallows. Like, they were good. Treats for you. I'm a bit new here, so this might be invasive, but is it just you who streams, or do the others like to stream too? Oh, I don't mind. They do. Okay, I guess, like, they do stream. Not everybody likes to stream, but, like, it is our job, so we gotta. And if you're here a bit, you'll pick up on it. Some days it's, like, blurry, but that's just true for everything. Guys, I don't know how to draw a crane machine harm. I don't want to do this. I'm scared. I'm gonna look up a reference for it and be brave. No, I don't have reference images. This is I'm breaking my first rule. I'm gonna do the character and then I'm gonna do all of the hard stuff afterwards. It's okay, this is what happens when you live with an almond mom and a handful of chocolate chips at 1 a.m. No, that's the thing. People who are like, why did you eat animal food so much? I'm like, you guys don't understand. That's the food that we had. I would get, there's food at home, and the food at home would be a can of black beans that I didn't eat, and dog treats. Oh yeah, also I am a system. Don't worry, I don't mind answering. I have an ingredient household, I have to make it work. I've been so bad about references this art fight. Aside from character references, I've been using references for things that I don't know how to draw, but like, because I've looked at a crane machine before, I'm like, I know how to draw that. That's not true. But the dog treats weren't terrible. The thing is, I actually think dog treats were like the worst thing that I ate. I'm trying to think. The salt lick was fantastic, and I would eat that again. Like, the salt lick and the bunny treats were probably the best thing that I ate. Was not too fond of the bird food, but it was kind of just seeds. I did eat dog treats. I ate a milk bone before. I got fed dog food by accident once. No, that actually happened more than once, now I'm thinking about it. That was really bad. That was, like, probably, of all of the things that I got fed, the dog food was the worst. Yeah, well, so once it was by accident, and then another time it was on purpose, but, like, it's just oats and stuff. The bird food, yeah, bird food is just oats and stuff. Sometimes they make good as food for dogs. They hate the dogs too. The dog's food was gross. Who fed you dog food on purpose? It's okay, you'll catch up. You'll start learning the lore. That I ate bunny treats, bunny foo-foo timeline. Is bro okay? What's up with your family? Why are we being given dog food? Listen. I'm okay. I'm okay now. I'm also like 27, so I'm not in the pit anymore. But at one point, no, I was not. I've eaten dog food treats before. 0 to 10 would not recommend. No, they're not good. I was gonna say, like, Dog food is probably the worst of all of the animal foods. Like, if you were surviving in an apocalypse, I would not recommend. And cat food, I like have to feed our cats all the time, and every time I open it, I like recoil from the smell. So I don't imagine. I don't know. I read about a guy that survived off cat food because he was like either marooned or like he was like locked in a basement or something. And he's like it has all of the nutrients that you need, but it's very unpleasant to eat. So I'm like, okay. I'm trying to think about what else. What do you mean the pit? The childhood trauma? The pit is the affectionate way of referring to the 20 years of existence before it got pleasant. Dog treats like the bacon ones are so fire. I could believe that, actually. Those did smell kind of interesting. They kind of just smell like jerky. I don't really like meat, but I do see how that... I mean, you gotta season the cat food. Well, here's the thing. If someone's locked in the basement, they don't really have access to seasonings. If you were starving, what would you eat? Dog food or, like, expiring McDonald's meat? Neither. I would probably just die. Like, I think that I would let... I mean, I have been at that point before. Actually, this is going to get really dark really fast. Okay, wait, sorry. I'm not going to answer that question because I was, like, thinking about it. I was like, well, I've been starving before. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. And McDonald's meat can expire, but, like, it mostly just gets hard. Like, it doesn't actually, like, mold as quickly as other... I don't know if anyone saw that, like, experiment someone did where they, like, let a bunch of fast food meat, like, go bad. All of the other ones molded except for McDonald's. The French fry experiment. They did it with a burger, too. No one wants McDonald's meats, not even the microbes. I think it has something to do with the preservatives that are in it, but also that's scary. Like, what's that doing to your body? I can't imagine if the microbes can't digest it. Like, what are we able to? Even the microbes were weirded the fuck out. It's funny. I'm glad you're okay now. I am. I was gonna say, I don't even talk about it to be, like, scary. It's just, like, it's one of those things I talked about before, how, like, when you have experienced stuff that other people haven't gone through, it can be kind of alienating because any memories that you have... I've said before, like, I really hate the concept of, like, trauma dumping, because if you're just someone that's, like, gone through stuff that is traumatizing, it means someone will ask you about, like, very basic childhood memories, and it's like, well, I can't really talk about any of that, or else it would be considered and constituted trauma dumping. So, like, instead, you end up being friends with people that have very similar experiences, which is very nice, and it makes it much less lonely. But then when you try to talk to anybody that doesn't share those experiences, it's like, well, I have to prioritize making sure I don't make you uncomfortable, which means that there's often going to be, like, a distance between me and other people, because I'm always worried, like, well, this thing that I went through that was painful for me, are you going to even be able to really, like, stomach it? But I guess that's one of the reasons that I, like, try to talk about it on stream, so that people realize, like, that is the thing that happens. It's isolating in a strange way. I think, too, that's, like, why a lot of people don't get out of situations like that, because when it's familiar, the whole world outside that, you know, might even be better is unfamiliar at that point. I mean, that's what the whole concept of, like Leica's Comet is, like, someone choosing what's familiar. Oh, wait, this doesn't look, like, surprised enough. Someone choosing what's familiar because, it's what they know versus what is actually making them, like, happy. Also, wait, I know I shut it off at the beginning of stream. I wonder if I can, like, look at what I have. And it's good. Warm water will shock you when you're freezing. Oh, that's such a good analogy, too. It is good, though. It's basically just a Shirley Temple. It's not, like, it's not actually really, like, cherry blossom flavored, but it is yummy. I appreciate you plus making me feel both. Like, I could talk about what I went through without feeling shy about someone getting upset, but also being like, oh yeah, that's not normal. And that's like, that's the biggest trouble too, is if like you're in community with other survivors, sometimes it gets into being like a pissing contest. Not even on purpose, it's just like because everybody's gone through shit. It's like, oh, well, that's normal. Like, you know, going through the horrors is regular. It's like a good balance is required. God, what did he say earlier that was funny as hell? Sorry, I actually just remembered that related. Where is it? I just have to make sure. Can I even bring this into stream? Okay. Stop writing over files for a screenshot. Dies horribly. Pumpkin? Wait, what about Pumpkin? Also, I like your username, Hex. Sorry, this is what I was thinking about. Wait, hello? Oh, you're just tiny. You're small as hell. Related to the conversation at hand. Sorry, it was because we were talking about HIPAA violations, and then, like, instantly everyone in chat just immediately starts typing, and I was just like, yeah, that's kind of beautiful. True and beautiful. This is a good reminder that if you know, you should learn your healthcare rights regardless of whether or not you think you need to know them, because you could really help save someone's life and time if you know them, and they don't. Also, where did you get those pens? So these are not pens, these are pencils. These are Tombow pencils, and I did get them in person, but the lead that you're seeing be used is this. That's why it's colorful. Sleeper agent activation phrase. When shading pick colors, how do you pick it? I don't know if you can explain, and I don't do art, and when people ask sometimes it's like, I don't know. When I pick colors, usually I go for a more saturated, darker version of the color that I'm using if it's a completely white lit environment. But if the environment has colorful lighting in some way, or like the environment itself is like colorful, whether it's like sunset or it's sunrise where it's kind of pink outside. Hold on, I'm looking for my reference again. What I do is I will shift the hue of the shadow to the environment a bit. That does come in from like learning environmental color and color theory, but I would say just base like, you know, white even lighting. The best way to pick colors for shadows is like more saturated, darker version of the color you're using. Tiny creature became big, yeah. Okay, wait. Oh wait, I pulled this up. Well, I guess I could do more of this character's details. But I gotta do the other plushies too. Maybe I should have a sheet where I just draw them as plushes so that I can like design what they look like instead of trying to do that in the piece itself. That might be better. I think this will end up being the biggest piece that I do for ARTFIGHT this year. At least in terms of like how many characters are in it. Also, are you doing a mass attack? I don't know, actually. Would this quantify as a mass attack? Tay, this might, though, because it's gonna be 5 different characters in a piece? What does a massive attack quantify? Are you doing multiple characters in the back? Yes. I'm doing, Spunker, a few different bunny characters that I saw, and then I'm having myself here. Are you doing a plushie mass attack? Yeah, I'm doing like a crane machine, where the characters are gonna all be plushies in the crane machine. Where's the other references that I have? Okay, wait, here's one. Anything more than one is considered a mass attack. Oh, is it really? Hold on. I kind of want to do the one at the top. This is what I get for being at work, dies. No, it's okay, Tay. It's okay, Tay. Because then I can do, like, little chibis of them to figure out how I want to stylize them. And then I can draw them as plushies in the crane machine. I have those guys bookmarked. I was going to say, this is oomph. I love when I am mutuals with someone. Oh, my lead. I love when I'm mutuals with someone and then I see they have a bunny or like an angel bunny of some sort and I'm like, I see you're enjoying my product. Breaking Bad voice. Not that I invented the concept either. I genuinely think it's cute. It's like, let's all play together. I think I need to, like, how do I zoom in on you? I need you specifically. Wait a minute. I feel like I can do this. Hold on. These are koboldings. I'm also doing a badge for kobolding's partner. Grabbing you specifically. And did you see that apparently ARTFIGHT will be extended till the 2nd of August? I'm kind of scared because I'm going to be traveling starting from the 1st and the 2nd, so I don't know if I'll be able to play much longer, but I am glad for people that didn't get to attack those first few days. So I'm going to just have like the little feet be sitting so that it's kind of like the Poké Dolls where they have like the big ass feet. So what did you say you need to do for shading? It needs to be more saturated. Oh, more saturated and darker. That was just the 2 rules of thumb that I tend to use. I will be working around 50 hours that weekend. I'm scared? Why? Why? Tay, on one weekend? Tay, I'm scared. And I was gonna say, I don't think that there's 50 hours in like a weekend, but maybe if it was like a long weekend, is that what you mean? Also, fake ass words in Wordle is like, are there actual real words? Like, are there actual fake words in Wordle, or is there just words that are less like known? Because I saw someone getting mad about Wordle, and I was like, I don't understand. Bro is working in a coal mine. Real fake words? Wait. Words that are less known. No, it's just the last one was Pshaw. Also, can you shade white with blue? Yeah, I do that frequently, actually. You can shade white with almost any color of whatever environment it's in. I've shaded white with blue, pink, yellow. I've even shaded white with black before. But that's when I used more hard shading so that it looked kind of comic booky. So it's all about like what you're... There's no wrong way to shade something. You just have to be intentional with your stylization and think about how it's going to look with the piece overall. And not just rely on one way of doing something for every piece. Watching you sketch traditionally makes me want to practice colored pencil sketching more. Yours always looks so cool. Thank you. And it's really fun to do, too. Guys, is it bad that I, like, know the word Shaw? People were saying that as a fake word, and I'm sitting here like, I know that word. Maybe I need to be let loose into Wordle. I also wanted to make this look more cute. It's an exclamation. It shouldn't be in there. Okay. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Shaw makes me think of Hornet Silksong. True. True and beautiful. Also, I'm gonna steal the eraser from this pencil because the one in this one is just gone. I don't know where it is. I don't even know if I have replacement erasers for these pencils, thinking about it. Because I have replacements for the twist erase, but I don't have them for this. I do not be in the dictionary like that. No, but like I read. Like that's in like a lot of older books that's like something that people say. Okay. Plushy 1. I swear to God I had more refs saved than this. I guess I have to save them. I think I might have figured out shading. That's awesome. Shaw is just as much as a word as okay, that's fair. I would get pretty pissed off if someone listed like that as a word. I think that would make me mad. I'm so excited to draw Smunker. Actually, I don't know if I have enough OC. Hold on. I don't know if I have enough pink OCs. Or at least I didn't open up enough of them. No, I just straight up don't. Okay, well. Whale. Oh wait, no, don't worry, you're not being rude. Let me grab the character bookmark for who's being attacked, Snowfog. Pause. Unless I didn't save it. Okay, thank God. These are the bunnies to both chats that I was just drawing. That one is from. And okay, it's someone laughing. I was like, hello? Oh, it got frozen. This is the neck. Big, large, gigantic. Another one. This is what I mean. I love seeing rabbits. I'm like, more. I'm transforming all of you. Because I can do this one too. And I said, promise? I was gonna say, I think it's funny, and like, everyone join me in Rabbit World. Hello, Critter. I hope you're doing well. I am, thank you. It's like Easter up in here. That's actually the beautiful part of having a rabbit fursona, is that Easter is just like your holiday. It's like, oh, all for me? Okay. I'm already I'm so greedy. I'm already so full from rabbit merch, but I guess I could have another one. I just got today's Wordle in 3 square up. I don't play Wordle. I literally didn't even know what Wordle was until people started talking about how it was hard, and I was just like, is it like a word game? Okay, wait. I don't know if I like how I did the eyeballs. Then play? Oh, also, how do I activate captions? If you do !CC, it'll show you how. I do want to have the ears go a little farther down. Oh, they do seem frozen. Let me refresh them. Thank you. Alright, refreshed. Should derail the entire stream by playing today's Wordle and then go back to drawing? I don't know if I'll do that. I feel like I've barely even started the attack. All I've done is sketch bunnies. I mean, I guess that's kind of part of the attack, but also... Actually, it'd be kind of fun to, like, cut these guys out and then stick them on the page. Also, what are you drawing? I am drawing the little bunny that's in the top right corner right now, for an art fight attack. I'm designing them, I'm making, like, kind of little plushie designs at first. And then I'm going to put them in the crane machine that I'm drawing on the other side. I have no pencil and I must draw. Do you have any drawing utensils? Do you want to change the attacking link if you're doing a mass attack? I should do that. I should do that because I'm doing multiple. Did you know that there are clear sticky notes? I did actually. I do quite like stationery. Okay, hold on. I'll do like a big link with everybody. Mass attack links. Yeah, clear sticky notes are real. God, this is fucking link gore. Oh, that's gore. That's gore of my Oops character. I think there's actually going to be enough character. I think I'll have enough to fill the crane machine. Yo, what's up? I'm a new viewer. Welcome in. I'm doing art fight attacks today, although I'm grabbing links for the characters are attacking because there's a lot. I should probably break the links up. Pause. And okay, there we go. I just wanted to make sure that they weren't like all together, so it was like just a giant blob of links. It still did a giant blob of links. Okay, dies terribly. Also, I'm back. What did I miss in the stream? Not too much. I was just doing, there's not enough characters. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, 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 okay. Cool, 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 cool. I heard him grabbing Lynx, and I'm like, you're grabbing me? That's pretty funny. Also, thank you for the stream, or the stretch. I almost missed that. You grabbed me it. So what I'm doing is I'm doing all of these guys as like little plushies first. And then I'm going to draw them in the crane machine. But I feel like I could probably reuse these like designs somewhere in the piece, or at least I could include them in a way that could be kind of cute. So I still want to make sure that as I'm designing, I'm like keeping them kind of clean. I feel like my lead is so long. Was the peak? Thank you. I'm enjoying getting to draw a bunch of like pastel rabbits for a game, like and get points for it. This challenge was made for me. I knew it was too long. Okay, but now it's time for Smoker. I adore your art style. I wish I could draw like you. Well, and I was going to say, it's very possible to study the things that you like in art. I encourage you to do so. And also, thank you. It's very sweet of you. Smoker time. I guess Smoker is not a rabbit, but like, close enough. I just love its head. I love his head shape. His design is so cool. It's just like, it's such a delightful head shape. I've been meaning to draw him for years because I've been oopies with Shea for like forever. So what medium are you planning to use for this attack? I'm not actually sure. I'm between doing alcohol markers and acrylic markers, but I'm maybe gonna try alcohol. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. This is a banger character design. I also love his art. Like, his art is so good. I gotta do the hair, though. The hair is important. No bald. They're definitely good for pastel. It's good in between the softness of watercolor and the saturation of acrylic markers. This is true. So why is the OC you're drawing cool? Because he is. He's awesome. Also, his real-life counterpart, the person who whose persona is him, is also cool. The tail is ginormous. I joined a Chikawa emote server last night, and they have Joke Bear emotes, and they're so fucking funny. Wait, who is Joke Bear? Okay. Back to the crane machine. I bet I could pull this back a bit. I'm trying to have it so both are visible still. Jokeberry is like Chikawa's dad. Wait a minute, I know who that is. I know who that... I don't know why, as soon as you said that, I knew exactly who you were talking about. Joke Bear is the Sona of the creator of Chikawa. Wait, I didn't know that was his Sona, though. That's really funny. It tracks that that's the same person. So I guess when it comes to drawing plushies, you just have to, like, simplify the shapes first and foremost, and then you can add the details. With these plushies, I imagine them to be very, like, Club Penguin big-ass feet. Nagano is a woman? I didn't know that. That's beautiful. Listening and learning. Sitting my non-binary ass down, listening and learning. Thank you, women, once again. Proving that women mangaka are just forever going to be the ones carrying the entire industry. The tails have vanished. It's so that you guys can see. They're not gone. I just lowered them. Okay, and then like the little skunk tail in the back. Because even if that gets covered up by something, having it there to know what it would be bumping into. Also, I have to take a pain reliever. My tooth is hurting. I apologize if you hear the pill bottle. I really hope that it's just because of the sore. I don't want another cavity. Animal Crossing music is such a guilty pleasure. I love it. It's nice to have in the background. I have a toothache because I have a sore like right by my tooth, and I'm on the gum, and I'm like kind of scared that it's not that. Do you know if you're susceptible to them, like to cavities? I've never had a cavity. I had not had a cavity my entire life until I went to the dentist last time, which was a few years ago. And I did have cavities then, but that was also because it had been a few years since I'd been to the dentist before that. Mostly because of like being homeless and stuff. And so now, I try to take not try to, like I've always tried to, but now I have the ability to take better care of my teeth. But I don't know if that made me susceptible. Do you think you need a dentist? I want to go. I have to make an appointment, that's it. Forrest already has an appointment, so I just have to call. It might be an infection or just irritated. I'm really hoping it's just irritated. Although we found out earlier in the stream that apparently chewing your face can give you, like, sores, and I'm just like, okay, dies horribly. My nervous tick kills me again. Thanks for being such a huge inspiration to me, of course, and also thank you for stopping by. I think a lot of it is genetics. I mean, I don't think that I've ever had bad teeth, or like our family has bad teeth. So I gotta make sure I get Spunker's head. Okay, there we go, that's pretty good. You genuinely have got me to be mindful about that by saying it gives you jowls. I don't want to look like a bulldog. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That must have been another guy, but that's scary. That's scary? Okay, lesson learned. That's gotta have been yellow. Did anyone just hear a single angelic note? Glup. So many plushies. Is this an attack or just playing now? Oh no, this is an attack. These are all people's characters on ARTFIGHT. Because they drank you. La. I am gonna put more in the foreground. Oh, that was a horrible noise. Why did the paper squeak? Why do you hate me? So single angelic note is like one of my favorite, me and my fiance's favorite posts ever. We quote it all the time. No, me too. Also, I don't know why I have an affinity for blue creatures, specifically if they are sky blue or cyan. My favorite Pokemon is Oshawott. That's a good taste. I understand you. Now I'm just thinking of like the little aliens from Toy Story and like the claw. It's a really dreary day. So it's nice to have your stream and brighten things up. Thank you. Did anyone hear just a single angelic note right after I accidentally plucked one of my guitar strings? My prophetic vision. For me, it was because there was a guy cursing outside. But I'm glad that no one could hear that. Or that only a few people could hear it. Sorry for your chat repost, but the pinned message is messed up because all the links are combined without spaces in between. Dies horrifically. Okay. Sorry, thank you for letting me know. Maybe if I have it pasted still? I do. Okay. I don't know how to do spacing in the links in YouTube, but I'm gonna do my best. Oh, it's just literally... Okay. Okay, hopefully that works. That looks better. So now I'm remembering that one TikTok where the dude was in range of like 4 tornado alarms and they were all harmonizing. I have seen that before. No lives marvelously. You know what? I'll take your advice. Is that a human arm I'm seeing? Yeah, don't worry. Critter grew arms just for today. And all of the other traditional streams. It's a power that I have. Critter grew... Hold on. Pause. Why is it such a good Gru too? You're sick. I feel like he lives in my mind. Like, I feel like I can see Gru perfectly in my mind's eye. I know exactly what he looks like. I knew exactly. That was so fucking fast, you don't understand. I'm like unrivaled champion of Pictionary. How can you draw him so fast? Please add that to the meme stickers. Okay, wait, I forgot the back part of his scarf too. So, someone said Critter grew arms, but then someone said Critter grew, and then I immediately locked in, and I was like, I know what must happen. Using your talent for evil. Did you repin the message? No, hold on. This is the beauty of being an artist. You can do anything. You can literally do anything. You have power. The Guru. Are you allowed to do that? The thing with art is that everyone will keep telling you you're not allowed to draw something or that it's cursed and evil. This is your sign to keep drawing it because 90% of drawers know that you keep drawing cursed art. What the hell is going on the screen right now? Hello? Come back. Okay. Do you have an Etsy or something like that? I have a Ko-Fi shop. If you want stickers, if you go... Hold on, wait. Hold on. There you go. The link does work. That one meme, like, I can imagine anything. I fucking love that image so much. 90% of drawers quit before they hit it big. 90% of drawers quit before they draw Lin-Manuel Yoshi and deploy like 90 tactical nukes on their audience. People talk about lowering gunshots in system all the time. They're like, we need to do more serious art. We need to do more challenging art. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm gonna draw Arsona as Gru, okay? I'm gonna turn Critter into a mold spore and have it have a reincarnation life-death cycle, okay? Does no one remember Lin-Manuel Yoshi? I don't think I have that one saved. I do have Luigi Big Natural saved, though. Hold on. I wonder if I have it on Tumblr, like, under a specific tag. I'll put him up. I don't care. I'll do anything. Wait, I opened Leica's comment instead of my art blog. Whoops. Why? No Yoshi. Found it. Okay, awesome. I don't know why it's not tagged Yoshi, but it's tagged Works of Evil. But, like, only that. There's no other tags. Rent-lowering gunshots and depression is also very good. You need, like, two things. This is true. This is true. If it was only memes, they would be scared when we start talking about having been fed dog food as a kid. Looking up Lin-Manuel Yoshi brings up your drawing in as the second result. That's so beautiful. His skin pockets. This was because, so Yellow was doing studies and had to draw stairs, and everyone kept encouraging them to draw the stairs even though they were avoiding it, and they got so pissed off, they're like, I'm punishing you all, and then they drew this. And then we got partnered immediately after that. Like, we got Twitch partner the email as this was being drawn. I've never seen this. Yuck! Does anyone else love how Tyler, the creator, says yuck? I think about it all the time. I like, whenever something's particularly icky, I hear him, and it's like a beautiful angelic voice that comes to me. Yuck! It's like, it's that and saying ew is like two of my favorite things to say. I'll also say, aw, so cute, kills it, and I can't say that around everyone because then they're like, what are you talking about? But doing that to my boyfriend, or like seeing pictures of like something that is like small and cute. Tyler just drops the funniest one-liners ever. He's just a funny guy. Like, he's a really talented guy and like very artistic, but also he is funny. Aw, so cute. I like saying explodes it. That one's also good. Dude, I think I got the ears so wrong. We gotta die. I'll say something mean and then go, I mean, aw, because stop. I do that too. Or I'll say something like, actually, I can't even repeat the one that he said. Okay, similar vein, saying, aw, baby alcoholic, so cute, and then it's like putting something that's objectively not cute and then saying so cute afterwards. Flawless humor. I'm bored. I'm going to draw a hand and a severed hand as a burger topping. That sounds scary and gross. I hope you have fun. I like to say, aw, the custom wood burning lady lives rent free in my head. Hi, Harbor. I also call our cats Yucky, and to be fair, he is very yucky. Okay, you're getting encouragement from the Twitch chat YouTubers. A lot of people are saying the severed hand burger sounds cool. Chase your dream. It might not be for me, but you have an audience for this. And importantly, it's only about you having fun. I like saying Opa homeless style. That's probably one of the best quotes of all time. Yellow took that and started saying Opa Old Yeller style whenever someone needs to get, like, banned in chat, and that one's also really good. Opa homeless style is kind of like the prototype, though. Like, there's nothing that Opa Old Yeller style couldn't come without Opa homeless style. Sometimes they do a cartoon gulp sound effect. I also do that gulp. Like when you're the fucking nervous gulp. Glup is funny too. Saying zoinks in real life is also really good. Have you guys not seen the real Opa homeless style in the wild? The Ace Worm milk post? Oh, I was there. I was there the day it was written. I've been on Tumblr since I was 14. Walked in the first time to gulp. If I remember correctly, there's a fan Discord. How do I join it? Unfortunately, you can't, because it is not open for joining right now, because there were so many people that wanted to join during ARTFIGHT. We're like, we gotta slow the roll, the mods are gonna die. It's not my server, it's genuinely like a fan-run server that I just am like, oh yeah, this is here for you guys if you want to join it. But I also care about the mods and I don't want them to die. Also, what does Oppa mean in this style? Okay, Oppa is referring to Oppa Gangnam Style, like the video. I know Oppa means father in Korean, if I'm not mistaken. But people have just been using it and then replacing, like, the something style. No, it doesn't. Wait. Nyazur. Feed me the information. Homeless father? No. No. Isn't it uncle? Oh, it is uncle. It is uncle. I think. It means brother from a female perspective. Wait, they have specific words for that. That's so cool. Okay, so brother homeless style. Oppa is how a girl would refer to an older guy. Okay, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I thought it was father. No, I do know why I thought it was father. Father, wait. Okasan is grandma in Japanese, and then what's grandfather? Sorry, I know Japanese a little. Like, I'm not versed, but I took a few years of it in college. Yeah, Korean for father is similar to Oppa. Okay. Oppa means grandpa in Dutch. I like that there's just... Oji-san is grandpa in Japanese, yes. Then Oka-san, it's Oba-san. Wait, what's Oka? Oka-san is mom, right? And Oba-san... I've also seen people call their grandmother Oba-chan, which I think is really cute. Oka-san, okay. Sorry, it's been years. You're, like, asking me to unlock a whole... What are we talking about? We're talking about names in different languages. And I was saying I couldn't remember if Oppa was father or something else in Korean. And people were saying it's basically just, like, an older man from, like, when said by a lady. I was thinking about that audio because you're chopped and get no motion to it. Nandayo, stop! Please! Please, I need to stay focused. Obasan is grandma. Yeah, and I was saying I've heard some people say Obachan before. I was getting Okasan, which is mom, confused. I always found it weird that there are first-person gendered honorifics in Korean. Well, and I was gonna say, I don't think, I don't know, I think it like, puts a lot of onus on, like, you trying to figure out what gender the other person is. But I do like honorifics and, like, I think honorifics as a concept are cool. I just wish that they were not necessarily gendered, you know? But I do think that having honorifics that you use for people that are, like, friends or, like, older or younger, I think that's cool. Popped back and then immediately got scared by Yoshi. Don't worry about Yoshi. Don't worry about Yoshi. He's just there. He's there for motivation. Guys, it's so hot. I'm, like, kind of cooking. I kind of like the idea that this is the only one of the gacha character in the entire Crane Machine. I like that Critter Grew is still visible. I'm causing as much mental peril as physically possible on this side of the screen. Oh, wait, right, because pronoun... Okay, wait, it's been so long since I thought about, like, pronouns in Japanese. Because when I was speaking it, I didn't use boku, but that was actually something, like, boku wa. I don't think I used watashi either, because I wasn't super formal. And my teacher, well, the thing is, I started using watashi, and then my teacher was like, you don't need to do that. And I was like, oh, okay. But I'm trying to remember what I did use. The idea of defining your own presentation verbally is very cool. Yeah, I used uchi a little. Like a little zoomer. That's cute. That's cute, though. Did you use ore? Well, so here's the thing. Not me as a part, but I think another part did, especially because that's right when we started transitioning, so he did use ore. I used something else, but I can't remember. Maybe when you think about it, every system has a GRU, aka the host and the alters are minions. Stop, please. Stop. I have language autism, this is curing me. That's good. Maybe I did use Atashi. Maybe I did use or maybe I did use... I can't remember if it was Atashi or if I used Watashi. What do you use to keep good posture when traditional drawing? Kirby. He's helping me sit straight. I have Kirby in front of me, and then I have Waddle Dee behind me as another one. Belt. It always hurts my back and arms, and I was gonna say when I lean on... I'm just surrounded by plushies at all times. Systems are not despicable of me. I don't want to be a minion. I feel like the problem is I know my place, and I probably would be a minion. I don't want to be a minion like they're ugly, but like in terms of like spiritual, like myself, my personality, I kind of would be a minion. Instead of emotional support plushies, they're postural support plushies. And those are skin pockets. No, this is not Pikachu Grew, this is Critter Grew. This is me. You're calling? It's just that I don't like thinking and I like being told what to do. Like, that's kind of minion behavior, bro. I'm not a villain. I'm a fucking minion. Minion Sona when? Dog, I even wear overalls. Oh, it's over. It's fucking over for me. My fucking tooth. Here's my minion Sona. I hope it gets horrifically abused. Easter egg. I threw up! You're Despicable Me channel now. No, please, no. Please, I don't want this. I don't want this. Stop what you're doing. You guys keep saying shit while I'm taking sips of coffee. Doesn't one of your guys wear round glasses too? I wear round glasses. I wear round glasses and overalls. It's so over. It's fucking over for me. I'm going to hell. Guys, I'm a fucking minion. Hold on. I have my ref and everything. This is the worst. I don't even have my glasses in this one. Hold on, I've got to have one where I'm wearing glasses. You're kind of a cog, bro, you're kind of a minion, bro. It's really over for me. Who suggested this? I don't even know. I think that we got here because someone said Despicable Critter grew, and then I drew Despicable Me, and then someone was like, systems are kind of Despicable Me when you think about it. Yeah, my glasses. If you and Forrest do Halloween, you should be a minion and him be Gru. The problem is he's not Gru either. Forrest would also be a minion. We literally had a conversation about this the other day. I just realized that's Forrest's shirt. You're gay. I'm very gay. That is Forrest's shirt, yeah. Aw, minion love. They did that. Aren't the minions gay too? Minion yaoi minions are gay. I feel like this has to exist. Like someone's definitely drawn this before. The funny thing is, if anyone except for me is a part streams tomorrow, they're going to fucking kill me for everything that's happened today. Do not call anyone else a minion. They will kill me. They will kill me. They won't kill you, they'll kill me. So don't do this to anybody else. No, it's like I have to like condition you. No mentioning the minion conversation unless it gets brought up by me. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna get killed. Good news, you plus don't stream on Friday. Wait, I thought we did. No, we do stream. We do stream tomorrow. We stream tomorrow. I feel like the fucking Jesse, not my house. Hello? You're gonna get in trouble. If anyone is Gru, it's probably Black, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Not my house, please, not my house! Minions with pronouns drop. Something going to happen to you in 4 seconds. Blue overalls and pronouns. I mean, that's just kind of true. That's just me. Like, everyone was always making the blue hair and pronouns jokes, and I was like, guys, I don't have blue hair. I thought all the minions were asexual. Well, they can fall in love. They could be gay and asexual. This is very... I know... my husband is like this. Blue lines and pronouns, it's more like overalls and pronouns. Like, that would actually have balded me if someone hit me with the... Of course you use they, them pronouns and you wear overalls. I actually think someone did say that to me at one point, and I was just like, okay, dies horribly. I did get hit with the Steven Universe one, though, and that one did also make me bald. I was, like, talking about cartoons and, like, things that inspired me to go into animation, and I was like, yeah, and I really liked Steven Universe in high school, and they're like, yeah, of course you did. And I was like, hello. I hope you know the preview for stream right now is Lin-Manuel Yoshianda. Okay, wait, I'm actually putting that back because it's really good. Come back to us. But right when we needed him most, he returned to us. Well, we got fucking Minion Sona, Lin Manuel Yoshi, and Despicable Me. Did we need him? We all need him. We all need emotional Yoshi. Them in your chosen name is Creature. See, it only works with me and like one other guy, because we're the only ones that use they them pronouns. And even with her, they use like everything. So I'm the only one. The crew makes me so uncomfortable, it's not even funny. I'm so sorry. Shut up, I also wear overalls and use they them pronouns. Come with me to a beautiful world. We can be stereotypes together. It's okay. They're comfortable. I don't care what anyone says. Just some bullshit on the screen. The nose is an extreme point of discomfort. Why is it dropping down? He does that. Oh, Yellow also uses they them pronouns. Yellow uses all pronouns. I think of it, okay, on two ends of the non-binary spectrum, there's nothing, my pencil lead. There's nothing non-binary, and then there's yes, everything non-binary. When you have the what pronouns do you use, ticking all of the boxes and then going, fuck, I don't know. This is not art. I was gonna say something really mean, but I held my tongue. Really at the bullshit convention here, it's beautiful. No, it's okay. I'm choosing peace today. Look, we have little plushie art. As a nothing person, I love an everything person beautiful world. Also, do you mind sharing the artist that did the plush? Oh, the Zancube one. Wait, I have a feeling that you're kind of behind in the stream. Also, thank you for the pet, Cyan. The only reason I'm awake right now is because my phone randomly decided to change Twitch live notification sound back to Lancer Splat. That's so good. Hold on. I wish... I see you, big dog! Oh, also, I don't know if I said the artist, though, but the artist is Zancube. Hello. So if you combine yourself, you will get normal pronouns. Okay, the problem is that on her Simply Plural profile for a while, her pronouns literally were just whatever. Like, literally what/ever. So that's not even a joke, that's just true. That just actually happened. I have a pin with what/, that's so beautiful. I think I need to put another... I think it would be funny to have one where it's just, like, fully submerged. I've been an hour behind in the stream. I'm so sorry, Scorpion Halo. Okay, I have 2 smokers. Oh, I don't have any of this bunny. Dorno! That's good. New pronouns dropped. Dorno. Guys, it's the beach in like a week and a half. I'm actually gonna like die from excitement. I don't think I can explain enough that walking around by the ocean and then going to little beach trinket shop, I'm gonna explode. Wait, I just found your art fight? Okay. Bits are on my deathbed, and if this flashes before my eyes, I'm going to die laughing. Okay, I'm glad that I wasn't evil to you, Bits official. Sorry, you came in and said this wasn't art, and I'm just like, are you nice or are you evil? Are you /J or are you /serious? But it's okay. Also, what pencil are you using? It's the Tombow mechanical pencil, but the reason that the lead is colorful is because of this lead. Your lines are so clean. Thank you, but this is my sketch. Just came back to the present to hear you're sorry. Thank you for your sympathy, of course. I just walked in. What's in the corner of the screen? Don't worry about it. It's like, are you /J or /mean? That's genuine. That's exactly what it is. Okay, it's okay. You have been forgiven. Wait, I do probably should bring the ref up. Well, I can do it from this. I do think that it's kind of funny that in a crane machine full of bunny plushes, I would go for the dog. This is the only part of this art piece that's, like, not true. However, it is a really cute fat dog, so, like, I do love the character design. /mean is so funny. I think that /mean would be like, I need to see the person that uses. That's like when earlier you sent the screenshot where in the rules it was like, this is a semi-toxic server, and I was just like, wow. I don't think I've ever seen someone go out of, because I've seen people be like, oh, this is not a toxic community, this is like a positive community. I've never seen anyone be like, this is semi-toxic, like announce that fact. That was funny as shit, I can't lie. When I'm /cruel. And it was the Chikawa server! Of all servers, it would be. Pros of doing art, you can draw anything. Cons of drawing art, you could draw anything. Honestly, I appreciate the stream a lot, not just because of the awesome art, but also because it's one of the few streams I can catch at a reasonable hour for my Turkish time zone. Oh, well, welcome in, too. Why would Chikawa server be semi-toxic? I think because they were, like, allowing people to be evil to each other. I don't know, but I think it's really funny. And yes, this is Smunker plushes. I have to do more. I should probably do some more Smunker in the corner so that the pink is balanced out. And then this guy, oh no, I'm running out of lead. I think a little bit of PvP enabled is okay in moderation. Again, with good semi-toxic, all servers are semi-toxic, be for real. You know, I don't even think you're wrong. I just think that a lot of Discord servers, like, and I will say the Leica server has been very sweet. I have not seen any trouble there, and so I'm holding that as an exception. But a lot of Discord servers really want, like, the idea of being a wholesome community, and I think that if you're smaller, that's easier to manage, but I always am a little suspect when I come in and they're like, and we're all, like, a big family, and I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm kind of scared. Last time they said that to me was at the Catholic Church, and that was not true. Sanrio! I love Sanrio, but I love Sanrio so much, but Sanrio fans, like, kill each other. Sanrio is, like, one of the most violent communities that surrounds baby animals. I mean, I guess that is kind of funny in a way, too. Like, I don't know if I would change it, given the power. So maybe I'm part of the problem. But I do think it's funny that, you know, it's, like, a fan base that's surrounding just, like, liking cute cartoon animals with no plot, and then they're, like, some of the most, like... It's one of the most violent PvP zones of all time. Okay, semi-toxic is common for servers. It's like for teenagers to argue. See, I was gonna say I've never seen that before. I believe you. I don't join Discord servers a lot. I am a coward. But that was my first time seeing it, which is why I thought it was funny as hell. Glad I'm not to know I'm the only one who gets terrified and steps away when anyone acts like family friend too personal. And the thing is, I know that to, like, anybody normal, that might be like a nice thing to say, but to me, family does not equal positive. So when someone's like, oh, we're all like a big family, in my head I'm like, so you're gonna lock me in a room and tell me I'm stupid? Like, I'm like, that's not triggering like good feelings. But again, they don't know that, so I know that that's not what they're trying to get me to think. It just doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode confidence. Also, because every time I've heard someone say that, it usually is because they're relying on people's understanding of family to be a fast track to get people to, like, open up faster and not form those connections organically, which is also a red flag to me in itself. The grocery store company I work for insists that we're all a family, and it makes me go, or no, we're not. Companies love doing this. Companies love doing this because they're like, if we emotionally manipulate them, then we can make them do more free, unpaid labor and be available at all times and have no boundaries, just like real family. PB, what's that? Are you talking about this? I'm really enjoying PP's, like, the gender-neutral term for parent. That's, like, I think this is fantastic. I work on a farm and they say we're all a herd. Pause. Hold on. Actually, that's fantastic. Everything that I've said about the other ones is true, but calling yourselves a herd is kind of beautiful. I think if someone called me in a group a herd, I would immediately feel a rush of, like, community. Says the Therian, but, like, not the drawing, something else funny and awesome. A pack would feel very furry. Like, I feel like a pack would make me raise an eyebrow and go, like, are you a furry? But a herd, I would also probably think that, but go, aw, we're furries together. I think because a pack, I'm not a dog furry. But the other thing is a wolf pack could be something that, like, a suburban father also would say. A pack would be like maybe a furry there, but there is danger. Exactly. Like, it could be nice. It could be nice, but it could also be evil. It's one of those things where, like, if it's like, oh god, we were just talking about this the other day about how German Shepherd furries are becoming less common in the fandom, and it's like not the fault of the dogs themselves, but a lot of German Shepherd furries that were in the fandom before were like people that were police officers. And the furry fandom has been getting, like, more and more liberal for good. Like, I'm happy that it's been getting more left-wing. However, I think that, like, people are now not fucking with the canine officer unit fursona anymore. Thank fucking God. And I've noticed that specific fursona has been, like, dying out. Also, what kind of furry are you? I like pretty much all animals, although my personal fursona is a rabbit. Rabbit, bat. Nature Ceiling stream lagged for me and... Wait, hi, Forest. Wait, are you coming home? Can I have a lemon loaf, please? I'm a dog furry, but my friends are not, so it's really funny when I message my group chat with good morning pack mates. Wait, that's actually really cute. That's actually really cute. I love that. Forget what I said about pack, but good morning pack mates is actually really cute. I draw furries, does that make me a furry? Do you want to be? And maybe a better question is, why wouldn't you want to be? It's awesome. Pack is danger, but pack mates is really adorable, because it's different. It's like, there's a different vibe. And stolen. I knew you would steal it, says the fucking dog furry in the Twitch chat. Oh yeah, Moth is still furry. Hi, Harbor. Meow meow. Meow meow. I left stream for a bit. What is that photo of Yoshi? Do you not fuck with it? Do you not like it? Do you not like Lin-Manuel Yoshi? Hi, Harper. Meow. Why are you speaking so much? What's up? I love your beautiful singing voice. I have a gift to send now. I'm so excited. This is really fucking good. This is really good. Hold on. Designed the only person I've ever actually connected to the other day. Let's go. That's awesome. This is incredible. Niaz, do you have any more? No, where is it? I need to save this. Please. Please. This is so important. Oh, I actually saved it to her folder, which is really funny because I didn't mean to, but I'm leaving it there because I want her to see it later. Like, that wasn't even the intention, but it ended up where, like, the file knew where to go. It took itself there. You're staying. I'm keeping you with me. Pack implies you're the leader, but packmates implies you're on even footing. This is true. This is the difference, is that pack sounds like you're speaking down to someone, but packmates makes it sound more like friendly. We're having philosophical furry conversation today, and I'm really here for it. G-steps are out now, border collies in, black furries mostly do pit bulls, I've noticed. Baby, we have any potato... What does that say? Do you think we have any potatoes? Do you think we have any potatoes? I don't think we have potatoes, no. Also, I've seen that, but also I've seen a lot of, like, black furries... For dog species specifically, I've seen them, like, you, Aspen, specifically, with, like, the floppy ears. I don't know why, but I think it's really cute. But, like, actual side floppy ears. Do you think? I'd join an Absol pack with any one of you, or anyone in general. That's so beautiful. Pulley dog black furries pull up. Pulley dogs are for us? Wait, what's a pulley dog? I want to see. Do you think? I see it. It's beautiful. Oh, that's so cute. He literally has little locks. Guys, I love furries so much. Hello, any fellow bat furries in the chat? You've got me, but, like, I know that there are others. The designer woke up and said, hold up, I gotta draw the most cool emo Pokemon ever. And I think the fact that Absol came out, like, during the peak of the emo, like, birth origins is kind of, like, it's so true and beautiful. Also, the feet, I've really been getting my ass beat by these, like, feet placements. I suppose I could just get... Hold on, Critter. Come here. What do you look like when you're like this? Pay attention here. No, stop. The lead's, like, broken up for some reason, and it's driving me crazy. Okay. Do I have any more lead in here? Oh, I see what's happening. The top of the pencil is unscrewed, and it's breaking them. Well, duh. Okay, there we go. The way Critter plushie was being held made it look like Critter was holding the Absol. Also, will you put the ARTFIGHT VODs on your VOD channel? I will. I gotta download them so I can watch and edit them. My eraser. I have not had much time at all to watch anything because I've been doing ARTFIGHT attacks only. But what I'm thinking of doing is bringing them with me on, like, a little hard drive on vacation so that I can watch them back and then put them up on the YouTube channel. And the reason for that is because, and I think I've explained on streams before, our memory does not transfer very well between parts. So there will be streams that I do that other guys don't do, that we want to just check and make sure that everything is okay. And so it means that checking the VODs takes a little extra time. Critter ARTFIGHT Monk. Well, it's been art fight and finishing that animation that those two guys were working on, and then I've got uh, I've got a sticker sheet, and then White has a print. So we've all got like our own little side projects this month, which is nice. Except for Red, actually, he's the only one that isn't doing anything. But he's just been going outside. He's been outdoor Andy. Also, thank you for the hydrate. No memories don't translate well between parts. Or how do you know? I'm trying to figure this out for myself. I'm going to be so honest. This is not something that I realized until living with someone else. And then he would be like, do you remember this? And I'd be like, no. And he's like, well, that was yesterday. And I was like, I see. Also, when did you first get into ARTFIGHT? We first played 2020. And then have been playing on and off since then. Skipped 2021 and then 2023 and 2024. But that was just because we were moving. One of those years, and then another year I was just like really depressed. But I have been playing on and off, and I really love it. It's a great game. I didn't realize it was a problem until my therapist would ask me about my day, and I'd go, there was that, and also like I kind of assumed that it was normal for people to like not remember like just chunks of their day, because you know how, I guess, when you don't remember things happening or like bad things happening, like people aren't usually asking to know about those things. They're just like, oh, how have you been feeling? What have you been doing? And because you can see that you've been doing things like work or you've been going to school, you just say like, oh, well, like, you know, I've been doing this lately. I've been getting stuff done. You don't realize how much you're forgetting until you have someone else to swap notes with, which is why when living with Forrest, I realized just like how bad my amnesia gaps were. And that's really when we've been starting to get back to like, and DID is usually very covert and hard to notice. It's not normal. It can be caused by a lot of things. It's worth journaling. Actually, journaling is a really, really big part of what has helped me, because not only do I forget a lot of what I do, I also forget about how I feel. And I think that that has been really helpful to keep track of, because I think, especially when you're not feeling well, you can kind of feel like you're like, you know, the whole world is like crashing down and everything's awful and evil. So if you write that down, and then when you're in a little bit more of a clear mindset, you can come back to it and show yourself that that wasn't the case. You start to like build up an internal tolerance to things, because it teaches you that even when you feel like the world is ending, there's been plenty of times before that that you felt like that it didn't end. And that's something that, unfortunately, any dissociative disorder, whether it be like DID, BPD, or anything, really any trauma disorder, makes hard to do, because your brain doesn't like internalize the positive experiences, because before, the positive experiences didn't mean anything. It was only the negative ones that it would pay attention to. Do you have any ways to start a journal entry? I find it hard to start, and I understand how I can explain my thoughts. Honestly, I usually start off by saying what I'm listening to, or like what I was like doing right before the journal entry, and then I like introduce the topic of what I'm like thinking about, and then I kind of let it go wherever. I don't write a title for the entries until I'm done the entry, because sometimes the journal entries end up being about something different than I originally thought they were going to be about. But that's just because that's how the brain works. You gotta let it go all over the place. So I wanted you to know we're having the heaviest rain of the year in my country, and watching you makes it more bearable. I love your content. Wait, I'm glad, and also I hope that you stay safe where you are. I like rain, like I find it relaxing, but I also understand that if it's like really, really loud, it could be intrusive, or, you know, flooding too. Also, hello, welcome in, Storyteller Diaries. It's me when I realized I remember nothing from my school or college. All I know is that I have the qualifications. And that's the worst part, too, is when it's like skills that you learn and you don't remember any of it. I think the only time that I've ever had the ability to do skill recall is when it was like put in front of me and I started recognizing things. But even then, it's like I was trying to... Sometimes it's like trying to remember through... How to describe this? Do you know when you're hanging sheets on a clothesline and someone stands behind the sheets, and there's sun outside, and it like illuminates them so you can see the shape of a person on the other side of the sheet, but you can't see any of the details. That is sometimes what trying to remember things feels like, where that like are either not your memories or like you were only kind of fuzzily there. And so trying to remember skills and stuff sometimes feels like that. It's like, you know, at one point you've heard it and it seems kind of familiar, but all of the details and colors are gone. It's a really good metaphor, thank you. That's how I've been like, that's how my memory's been for years, and so I have to like really focus to try and remember things. You know what happened, but the connection feels so frayed. Exactly. There's other types of... Actually, I kind of want to do a strip on that. I know we talked about, like, switches, but I really want to talk about different kinds of amnesia. And also start with the disclaimer of, like, you can experience amnesia for a bunch of different reasons, so if you relate to this, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a system. Actually, something that I, thought was really neat is that PTSD can cause amnesia, BPD can cause amnesia, especially like emotional amnesia. Big fan of the Absol in the corner, thank you. Someone shared this and I was like, well, I need that there with me forever. So reading your journal comics has helped me examine and deconstruct my own thought processes. I don't have DID, but framing my thoughts as little guys and names has genuinely helped. Well, and I was going to say, if you're someone that does not have DID or is not a system, I would highly recommend looking up internal family systems, if the comics are helping you, because it's essentially like the therapized tool of doing exactly what you're talking about. Emotional amnesia is you remember the events that happened, but you feel nothing about them, or you don't remember how you felt. So, like, White often has emotional amnesia where, like, she remembers the actual events that took place, but has none of the, like, emotional baggage that came with it. Or like, a big one that happens a lot with her is, like, she'll know someone is our friend, and she'll be able to identify someone as being like, okay, we know this is this person's name, this is their interest, this is like the things that they care about, and this is where we know them from, but has no emotional attachment to them at all. Like, just that they're there, and that there's someone we know, and that they could be trusted, but then feels no, like, drive to go see them, or, like, communicate or, like, contact them. And just does it to kind of, like, keep up the relationship that she knows exists. She doesn't feel that way about people that she personally is friends with and knows, because people that know that we're a system and also know White specifically have formed friendships with her individually, and then she becomes attached to them. But a lot of the time she lacks the attachment because people don't, like, know her. It's the separation of event and experience. Yes, exactly. Another word for that is called emotional anesthesia, where you, like, know that something happened, but you're, like, numb to it. And that's something that the Haunted Self talks about a lot, and talks about, it talks about how, like, when you experience trauma, the brain can sometimes need to, like, remember the events, but not be able to feel anything about the events because the feelings that would be attached to them are too damaging. We're an OSTD system, so we don't experience the big amnesia, but emotional amnesia all the time. Yeah, that's part of the reason that they even came up with a differentiation between DID and OSTD, because there were so many people that were experiencing identity instability without the big, like, blackout amnesia. That's one of the reasons why I like to say, too, that dissociation is a spectrum, and I think that the theory of structural dissociation is one of the best ways to, like, summarize it, because there are so many overlaps between dissociative disorders and anything that could be caused by trauma. Does Critter canonly love ice cream? Yes. It does live on an island. I imagine it would probably eat cold foods a lot. This looks okay. Your captions have frozen again? Sorry, let me grab those. Okay. They should be refreshed now. Sorry, we started talking about something that was interesting. I'm trying to work out what's normal amount of stuff to recall. Unfortunately, Snap 2 Cube Boys, it's not as easy as you may think. That's actually something I want to read about next, is about, like, the science of memory. Because I think, unfortunately, what we classify as being disordered versus what we consider healthy is largely based off of what benefits capitalism, but also what benefits like other people. So something is only really called disordered once other people notice it, which is why covert disorders or covert experiences of disorders, like how some people experience autism in a way that's like more unnoticeable to other people because specific support needs of theirs are not as high. And I don't like the term high or low support needs. I think, again, it's a spectrum where sometimes someone has high support needs, but those supports are not things that involve other people. They just involve isolation. So a lot of autistic people that I know that went undiagnosed for years, they didn't... It's not that they don't have high support needs, it's that they could just self-isolate, and that would be... Needs also change? They do. Also, hi. How long have you been here? Have you been watching, Fars? Needs change, too, especially if you've experienced, like, autism burnout. You can go from someone that is, like, to others' perception, low support needs, to being high support needs because you are no longer being given the ability to support yourself. Or because you burned out. Kind of. That's all right. I enjoy the company. I was getting curry stuff from Ollie. I'm surprised you're making curry today. It's pretty hot out. A lot of high-functioning autistic folks are actually just shouldering the psychic burden without having their needs met and withering away under pressure. Well, and that's how you experience autistic burnout, unfortunately. Keep thinking about the Radiohead animations you guys just posted. It's so good. Thank you. We were kind of fighting for custody of it while we were working on it, but it ended up being worth it. Not even in a bad way, just I was giving notes, and he was like, I'll show you talking head syndrome. And then I was like, all right, let's add a perspective shot. Most psychology students and the definitions of disorders are very shaky sometimes. Like, even the teachers acknowledge it. I did a strip on it talking about how, like, a lot of it... Because I don't want to come off anti-science. I don't want to come off anti-medication or anti-medicine. That's the farthest from the truth. But I think that there are flaws with our medical system as it is. Because, unfortunately, the medical system as it stands prioritizes the comfort of insurance companies and investors over... the people that it's actually like trying to help. And because of that, you end up getting a lot of disorder diagnoses or like definitions that are not, they're either too rigid for the actual experience of the disorder, or they are trying to separate and quantify things that have overlaps often enough that they really shouldn't be classified as individual disorders, but a spectrum of similar experiences. But that's very hard to... That's hard to charge for, you know? It blew me away. You did so well on that. Thank you. Disorder is when something becomes an issue in your life that you need help with for the good of for yourself and your others. Well, and here's the thing, too. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, what we consider disordered is only disordered until it becomes troublesome to other people. It's so common for people to ignore things that they're struggling with because they don't want to inconvenience anyone that they don't get help. I would agree that something is disordered when it's hurting you, but how much hurt you're allowed to have before you ask for help, that changes depending on who you ask. Smiles like a threat display. How do you guys animate? Like, do you do keyframes and then go and make in-betweens? In spirit, I would like to say we do keyframes. What actually ends up happening is, Yellow was like, okay, I'm going to do a storyboard. I'm going to do an animatic. And then an hour in has animated an entire shot frame by frame straight through with no keyframes. Just went straight through the entire shot. Disordered in the eyes of others often means when you can't do work good enough. No, exactly. That's the thing. And I think really what it should be is that if you feel that you are incapable of living life in a fulfilling way that makes you feel like you're doing the things that you want to do, that is when it should be considered disordered. Especially because, and this is maybe like a little bit of a hornet's nest swing, I don't actually think, I didn't even notice the blingy. Hold on, sorry. There's a lot happening on this side of the screen. I don't even think that an autistic person or someone who is schizotypal would necessarily be disordered unless it caused them distress. So someone that is a more socially isolated personality, or like someone that doesn't attach themselves to others as strongly, if that's not something that they want or need, I don't actually consider that all that disordered. It's just atypical, but because it's considered atypical, people consider it a disorder. So what's the name of the song used in the animation? Oh, that's Jigsaw Falling Into Place by Radiohead. Just submitted an attack, that's awesome. I agree with that, I've had similar thoughts. There's actually a very good bit of dialogue in the beginning of Clinical Trial that talks about that, about like who determines when a brain is disordered and that the brain was designed in the wrong way. And why is it that society gets to decide what is and isn't disordered if it's not hurting anyone? It's kind of what I mean. Sometimes you're disordered but try to pull through. Sometimes you have a lot of symptoms but it doesn't really affect anything. Yeah. Sometimes it's just how you are. I watched the animatic like 3 times, then showed my sister for good measure. Thank you. It's important to have fun and do projects that are essentially toys every once in a while. I'm gonna do this one kind of facing away so that we have some different angles of this character. I think you have wings. Hold on. I don't know why the blingy was up instead of the... Jesus Christ almighty. There we go. Get bigged is right. Should probably shower and have coffee, I so desire. I was gonna say the only reason I don't have more than this is because our ice tray is out. No, Floofy, that's actually exactly my point. It's like humans deciding the intelligence of other animals by using human intelligence identifiers. Nothing pisses me off more than human-centric science. And the thing is, as a species, I like humans. I know that sounds kind of crazy because it's very popular, especially in like spheres of people that enjoy animals, to be very anti-human, and I'm not. I actually, as an animal, I quite like us, but I hate how human-centric a lot of animal sciences are. Like, the study of animals is always revolved around how they benefit humans, the intelligence of animals is always revolved around how similar they are to humans, the emotional understanding of animals is always based around if they emote or experience similar emotions to humans. Hi.
Did you get PP's Prozac?
No, I'm sorry, I just got here.
That was okay.
Wait, what's... Why?
Someone asked for it.
That's really funny. Well, it'll be here for them later. Yeah, the lemon loaf. I didn't know that was happening. Anti-human sounds wrong. You know, it sounds wrong. But a lot of people mistake disliking the cruelty that humans can enact onto each other for not liking humans in general. And instead of taking that thought and going, okay, so then we should challenge the systems of oppression that lead to this cruelty happening, they just check out of reality altogether and go, well, I never liked humans anyway. And I think that is also a flawed line of thinking, and it's also pretty selfish. But, you know, I don't try to convince people like that. It's like talking to a wall most of the time. The empathy only in relation to humans. Well, I can't stand either. Empathy only in relation to humans or empathy only in relation to animals. As if we're not all the same thing. It also often puts animals on this pedestal of like purity, where if people will say humans are the only animals that murder, and that's just not even true. Like, a lot of animals kill things just for fun. A lot of animals are pretty horrific to each other just because, and because they're curious. They also don't have human measures of morality. That is like the furthest thing from the truth. No, I know. Well, and then people will say like, "Oh, dolphins are evil," and it's like, well, not really. They're just dolphins. Like, you're to you they're evil, but they're
Fucked up. They're not evil.
they're fucked up. I was gonna say they're curious and they have the power to hurt things really badly. It would be like if you gave a toddler the ability to kill. Like, they're just an animal, and I like them too. I hate when people call dolphins or ducks evil. They don't know it. No, they don't know. That's just how they are. I mean, by that measure, babies would be evil most of the time. But if you say a human baby is evil, people start losing their shit. But it's like, yeah, it doesn't understand. 5-year-old with a gun. Actually, I think that... God, I can't remember if it was a post I made or if it was me talking about something, but I was talking about how, like, a lot of Junji Ito shorts are just, like, him going, imagine there was this thing, would that be fucked up or what? And the example I used specifically was, imagine there was a giant infant, would that be fucked up or what?
Do you want rice for later?
I would love rice. I would love something of substance. I think all I've eaten is a bagel with almond butter. Don't get mad. They did eat. They're just kind of almond momming herself. Sunyon, is that like meant to be like sun onion? That's the first time I've ever heard that. Junji Ito and Phineas and Ferb both independently found giant babies scary. Well, and what's funny is that so did Akira. And to be fair, the baby in Akira is really scary. Like, I don't think that there's ever been anyone that went, what if there was a giant infant, and didn't make that shit terrifying. Furthermore, what defines evil to these people? Is it just anything that's violent and hurts, and anything that hurts others? Well, and that's when you start getting into discussions of morality, and when people's brains blow up, is like, so is any and all harm evil? And if that's the case, is eating things evil? I understand that not everyone engaging in these conversations is vegan. I'm not personally vegan. But unless you live that way, can you really even say what is and isn't evil to begin with? Is it only hurting something in needs of survival? In which case, there's a lot of instances where you could hurt something and it would benefit your survival that people still don't do because they would feel that it's wrong. There's a lot of giant evil fictional babies I'm noticing. There's a lot of evil babies generally. I think because people want to find babies cute, but the reality of like infancy and childbirth is pretty horrifying too. Like, it's in our nature to like want to take care of our young, but also it's physically pretty taxing and gross, I'm gonna say. Like, I've been a child caretaker before, and they're not like gross because they want to be. That's just the nature of the human body, but it is pretty gross. The horror of what if you had a child and the child was bad. The other reason that I go out of my way to like not fall into the hating the child though is because like I have also been the bad child before, so I find more of the horror in the physical drain of childcare. And what about plants? No, exactly. If I remember right, the guy was tasked with writing the Evil Baby episode of Invader Zim Had a Fear of Babies. So many animals work as groups, from birds to lizards. They can communicate with each other in their own way, which we cannot understand, so we consider them stupid and useless animals. Exactly, and that's like what I said, why I hate how much... And it's not even most or all. As a matter of fact, many biologists share the sentiment that they hate how human-centric a lot of animal research is. But I do really dislike in conversations around animal research how a lot of it revolves around, are they smart by human terms, or are they useful to humans in some way, instead of just respecting them as like individual things. To get full context of what's going on, nothing is going on. We're just talking about animal research and morality. It's like a sit down and listen and absorb seminar. I think humans tend to demonize what they don't understand or don't want to understand. In the case of animals, humans often impart their own morals, ethics in a way to have dominion over that respective being or creature. This is also very true. And it harkens back to something I know I've called like the colonization mindset, where when you don't, it's difficult for a lot of people to think that they love something, or people struggle to find ways to express that they love something without owning it. In a similar sense, a lot of people struggle to attach themselves or love land, people, culture, art, etc., without owning it in some way, instead of just admiring its beauty or respecting that it's something that exists in the world. And I think that people treat animals very similarly, that they cannot just enjoy that an animal exists, they need to have it as a possession and have access to it in its body some way. I mean, and to that same sense, the reason I refer to it as such is that a lot of cultures, especially white Christian European cultures, the only way that a lot of people from the imperial core can be interested in or respect them is if they are a commodity to consume in some way. It can't just be something that can exist that you can partake in and be interested in. It has to be bought, worn, sold, and possessed. People struggle to show love without owning it. Chilling thoughts about how my mother acts. That's the reason that I came to that conclusion very young, was because of how mine did. So I promise I understand. Also, thank you for the hydrate. It's also, people need to have something that potentially boosts their status or makes them seem more lavish and provides higher societal power, like the exotic pet trade. Exactly, too, because that's actually, that goes into the relations of class, taste, and what's the word I'm looking for? When something is restricted from one group but not another. I mean, gatekeeping is a good way of describing it, but there's an actual word that describes that. Can I talk about how this is in conjunction to slavery, or would everyone run? No, that's actually completely true, and I would love if you brought that up. Because you're right. Having access to another human's body almost entirely to the point where they have none of their own autonomy and you control it is exactly the same mindset. Exclusivity and class signifier are both pretty close too. There is this philosophy when it surrounds the upper class and divisions of wealth especially, that once something becomes too accessible, the wealthy will no longer be interested in it because it is something that anyone can have. So it's no longer a way for them to signal to each other that they are wealthy. So you see this happen with, and it goes the other way too, like where it's a cycle. I actually have to draw this out. Oftentimes, something starts as a symbol of poverty, or it starts in poverty, right? A perfect example of this is like how lobster used to be a dish that was pretty accessible to people to eat, or like crustacean crab in general, and it becomes a mainstay staple of poverty. People on the cutting edge of like the middle class, and unfortunately oftentimes artists or the arts scenes pick up that symbol and then they start adapting it because it carries some semblance of authenticity, and they admire that because authenticity is often born out of necessity, which poverty creates. So those middle class artists, kind of like similar but tangential groups, pick those things up, and then in doing so The upper class picks up on that. They see that as a way of like defining and showing their taste and showing that they're cultured. And they take that symbol and then they make it inaccessible to the impoverished class. So they take the symbols of poverty and redefine them as these class signifiers and make it so that they are no longer accessible to the impoverished people. And then the cycle just continues because the impoverished parties don't have access to those things anymore. They need to adapt, and they create new fashions and new foods and new styles, which then goes back into the cycle. Me thinking about Oxtail, it's a lot of like alt fashions like goth, punk, really any art movement you can think of. This also happens with AAVE. It does. It also happens with that, yes. Facts, my brother or sibling or whatever you are, brother works too. That works for today. Also, hold on, I want to make sure. I was just typing that about AAVE. Just chopped in our week breaking down class disparity. Not just class disparity, but like the gentrification of like culture, concepts, and language. Gentrification happens at so many levels. It does. It absolutely does. And a lot of people only know it in the physical sense because it's easier to see happening. But it happens to almost all aspects of life and culture. That's also what like culture vulturing originally was meant to describe. And unfortunately online it became like, oh, if you engage in anything that's not your culture, you're evil, which is like, no, that's like the opposite of the problem. You've just essentially created like an ethno-state, which is also bad. Like, I need you to know that the opposite of culture vulturing is not just not engaging in anything that's not your culture. It's just understanding that when you do engage in things that you did not invent or create, you need to be respectful of such and engage, not try to own. I was worried to get killed with hammers. No, not at all. I just joined. How did the topic shift to capitalist culture? That's how the stream goes, typically. I think we were talking about mental health specifically, and those things do go hand in hand. Like, they affect each other in ways that people don't always expect. We were talking about the exotic pet trade, too. That is true. I think I keep making their head too, like, tall. I do have a tendency of doing this. Cultural appreciation versus cultural appropriation, exactly. We need to share and be respectful, and that's how we become more connected. Well, absolutely, and also be respectful of when someone says something is a closed practice. I think sharing is good only so long as it's actually shared, and when someone is like, okay, pause, and people don't stop, or they get defensive of being able to, that's part of the problem too. I am really struggling with their hair. When you guys are working on a personal project in Slow Switch, do you keep working on the project, or is it sort of nebulous and not really relevant? It really depends. There are definitely times where, like actually today is a good example, where I'll be working on an art piece, or someone else will be working on an art piece, and then someone else will swap in and go, I'm already here, I guess I'll keep working on this. Although, frankly, I'm probably going to stop when stream is done. I just didn't want to switch the topic while I was live. But mostly that's because of interest. Drawing is something that we kind of tend to dissociate a lot during, not always, but like it's a switch-prone activity I've found. I think because there's a lot of like internal processes happening when you draw. You know, the only thing that you're really paying attention to visually and tactilely is your hands and your eyes. So the whole rest of your body just kind of goes away. And because there's a lot of thought that goes into actually putting the image on the page, you're spending a lot of time in your brain, but not with yourself. Do you know when you'll end stream? Probably at 2. It's approaching. Forrest is making rice, so I'm probably going to end at 2 so that we can eat lunch together because he just got back from work. And also because my coffee is now all melted. It's interesting to me how dissociation primarily happens when either everything is happening or nothing is happening at all. Yeah, you have to think about it like it's like a battery engagement. When your battery is running on low, which is, when everything is happening, you're more prone to shutting off. But when you're just left to sit and, you're not doing anything with the phone, I guess, it goes into sleep mode. It's a matter of activity, whereas if you keep the brain engaged but not overwhelmed, it's not going to start to dissociate. Do you ever get a difficulty where you're going with a piece if you switch in the middle of drawing it? Yeah, I've shown my my colored pencil attempts, right? Like, how... Alright, where the hell did I put these? Oh, I see your characters on Pinterest, your art's so cute. Thank you, and also welcome in. No, those are the forest pieces. The Koss colored pencil. I'm not touching this thing again. Someone else started another one, and I'm just like... So let's see, where did we start with this? I think the first one that I did was this one, and then I hated it, so I just used it as inking practice. The second one that I did was this one, which I also hated because I tried erasing it and it smudged, so then I used it as inking practice again. And then I tried this one, and it looks blown out and ugly, so I just decided to leave that to the part that's good at colored pencils. Also, the little preview isn't coming up when the ads start anymore. Also, I've never seen a stream with captions. I try to have captions. I try to have captions, and I try to have accurate ones. This song is Prologue Phase 1, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Overstimulation or no stimulation? Yeah. Can't draw hair, but I can draw hands pretty well. Just people, the more masculine male guys wear the engagement ring on the pinky finger because of history of wearing engagement ring wearing. Really, I had no idea. I just do this because it's easier to knock back eraser shavings without like scratching up the page. It is actually more comfortable to wear it this way too.
Is this scale in here?
Which one?
Kitchen scale?
Should be, because this is where male stuff gets done, but like I don't recall seeing it recently.
Okay.
And Strong is turning out so cute. Thank you. I'm actually intrigued. I want to sketch some of the machinery up here, but I'm going to need to get a reference for that. I was kind of surprised to see them do that, actually. Little piece is so cute. I can't wait to see the final artwork. Thank you. I'm almost wondering, they've got these little guys, right? Could do something with them up here. Or I know some crane machines will like hang the plushies on the ceiling in front. I heard that as male stuff. Okay, I understand the misnomer. I'm not putting the minion on the ceiling. I'm also going to put the bottom of the machine here. Really, when it comes to doing any traditional art, you want to make sure you get the details in the sketch first, because if you start laying on wet materials, it can make it difficult to keep adding detail. There should be something like here. I guess that could be another machine that's next to this. And that could fill out that space a bit more. Oh, do you have a link to the playlist? Yeah, I can do that. Actually, let me send that, and that might be my final thing to do. Because I do want to look up a reference for a cream machine before I keep drawing any more of this, so I don't do it poorly. All that said, I am going to be streaming again tomorrow. I imagine that we will probably continue working on whatever piece... there's a few different work in progresses now. And I may even sketch another one tonight for myself. But tomorrow we'll be working on more work in progresses for Art Fight. And then I don't think we stream Saturday or Sunday, but then after that it's like a normal week of streams. So all that said, thank you very much for coming. I hope to see you tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, then next time I see you. And ciao.